are the results on the field and at the plate making you every day just kind of really realize you're fully back and ready to rock?
They make me very confident, but also I just need to remember that like there's still more work to be done. So just not being overly confident, knowing like there's a balance in between it. So that's kind of like where I'm at.
How do you approach the games now? I mean, is it really no hesitation, full go? I mean, you're doing so well, right? In that leadoff spot.
Full go. There's some things I would say that's like not my favorite thing to do still, but I'm gonna do them because it's time to play. So it's just like get over it. But a full go.
And I guess just what do you think is contributing to the start that you're having? Is that timeout? I was wondering if that timeout really gave you a different perspective and you can see things a little differently?
I think it gave me like a way different perspective. I think like the difference between last year and this year is like I know the sport can be taken from me at any given moment. And it used to just be like kind of like I used to settle, and now it's like every single at bat there's an intention behind every single swing, and there's not a chance of letting up because I know what could happen if I don't take one step without intention.
Do you know Anissa Morrow? I mean, you know the
Yes,
name, obviously.
yes,
Do you know
yes,
the girl?
yes.
I mean, she says the same thing. Like that's why she plays so hard is because she's had so many surgeries. She understands, you know, the difficulties that she's had to go through to kind of get where you're at. Is it appreciation a little bit more, maybe?
It is appreciation. Like you're grateful. Like it's like you keep working. Like you're working really hard, but also at the same time, it's like every moment you're grateful for because you never know when it could be your last. Like in anything.
You're having a lot of success in that leadoff spot. What's contributing to it?
I think just understanding that like it may be my first at bat as a leadoff hitter, but like I am stepping in that box and I'm still doing damage. No matter if it's my first at bat, my third at bat, like no matter where I'm at in the lineup, like I'm doing damage and I'm swinging at pitches that I can hit well. So.
How much of a difference is Bryce making, you know, with this team, I guess, and just the offensive approach you guys have really been dialed in. And I don't know whether that's competition or whether that's a change in approach.
I just think like he took Dobby's thing and like enhanced it a little bit more. Like Dobby's approach was like our physical swing, and Bryce kind of like went a little bit away from that and worked more like how you approach the game. Like, yeah, you can take all the swings you want in there, but if you don't have your competitiveness out there on the game, it doesn't matter how good you can swing. Mm-hmm. So it's more like when you step in the box, like you've already practiced the approach that Dobby gave us, and now it's just time to compete. And like that's it. Like you're just competing, and just leave it as that.
So it's kind of a marriage of the best of both. Then?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Talk about the Thursday. This is the first road trip. Mm-hmm. You have special duties going on this road trip. You got to teach the freshmen how to act. So talk about some of the things you're going to instruct them on.
I think the biggest one is like understanding that's a business trip, and that's like what Coach always says, like we're there to do business. Like, yeah, you're also there to have a good time, but just understanding like you're there to do a job and be grateful that like LSU is giving us a private flight and all those things, like our clothes and our place to stay and food all the time. So it's just understanding that it's like, yeah, you're there to have a good time, but also it's there to do business. So just making sure that we have a balance still.
What kind of things does the team do when it's on a road trip like that, beyond playing softball or working out?
Sometimes we go watching movies. It depends on how well we're doing or how things are going. So sometimes we go watch movies, sometimes we just film. It just depends on which weekend it is and how much time we have that weekend.
Do you have these informal meetings? Y'all play cards and things like that?
Yes, we play a lot of cards. Also, Tatum does a Bible study, so we're trying to figure out when we're doing Bible study, and then hopefully we're going to have a team meeting. So it's just like things to make sure that we're still getting like meshing as a team as we keep going and having a good time together, like building more bonds.
And you're the one that's got to show the way. Few have been on as many road trips as you.
Yes, but also what I have learned about being a leader is if you give things to other people love to lead. So just giving stuff to other people to lead their way so everybody has a voice in what we're doing and it's not just one person.
How is that kind of manifested this year? You got a lot of new girls, right? So do you feel like everybody's doing a little bit of leading and not everybody has to be the leader or one person?
Yes. And I think that's like a big thing because I feel like when as a team, if everyone doesn't feel like their opinion matters, it's hard for everyone to like jump in on the boat. So like my biggest thing is like making sure that everyone has an opinion and like voice their opinion and know that their opinion is heard. So like when it is time to make the choice that it is the best choice for the team, even though everyone's making their opinion about it.
And to me, a lot of people can be more aggressive, whereas before I feel like everybody waiting for Taylor to maybe do something. Like now everybody's got like an equal part in it. Like
yeah, and that's just been like the main goal is like making sure everyone feels like they have a say in what's going on, no matter if you're playing, not playing, no matter if you're injured. Like everyone's going to have a say in everything we have going on if you have an opinion.
We've heard a lot about accountability. Have you seen higher accountability this year than in years past?
I think it's pretty similar. Like, also, I just think it's a little bit different because Bryce is like, our team meetings are like together, so it's like you're listening to people's individuals approach. Kind of, it was like team approach last year. Now it's kind of like based on per person's approach, but we talk about each person's approach, so you know the other person's approach. So when it's not happening, it's easy to just be like, hey, was that your approach? Are you doing exactly what you said you were going to try to do? Like, are you thinking these ways? Like, just to make sure that their brain is going the right way and not spiraling somewhere else.
You catch it more in the moment and don't wait for it to become a thing.
Yeah, because that's the easiest way. Nip it in the bud.
Yeah. What else? What are we missing? What are we not talking about on this team?
I think our speed.
Yeah?
Speed. I
So
think
Beth
that.
talked about that, yeah.
And I think also, like, Bryce makes a big point to us that, like, you're not always going to be able to dominate hitting. So being able to score runs other than just hitting. And I think that's made a big point of it, too, because last year we looked at our numbers. Like, last year our team got people on base. It was just being able to score the runs. Like, that team last year should have went to the World Series. Like, we had the people on base to produce the runs, to score the runs. It's just, like, we wasn't getting the runs in. Like, we were getting people on base. So now it's just, like, once you get on base, it's your job to help yourself score the run, and it's not just only on the hitter. Like, you can cause chaos running. So I think that's something that we've emphasized a lot on.
Is Coach getting more aggressive with you guys in that regard? Or?
Yes, and each person kind of knows, like, their range. So it's kind of like you know what you can go on and can't go on because we practiced it so much in the fall at the beginning of the spring.
We were just talking to Danieca just about the offensive numbers, right? Like, what do you think has led to the production that you guys are getting at the plate? Is it? She had an interesting theory. I'd like to hear yours first, and then kind of see what you think.
For me, I think it's just like the grittiness, being able to provide like everyone just either through walks, short game, home runs, doubles, extra base hits. Like, I think we've just been able to everyone just incorporate and like do everything. So I think just like RBIs and just like on base percentage is just like getting people on base is like what's allowing us to score runs, and like, so I just think we're playing just good offense overall.
Yeah. She talked about using Coach Dobson's approach with Bryce's approach, I guess, taking the technical aspects that Dobson brought here, and then really the mentality that Bryce is kind of feeding you guys of being an attacking offense. Like, what are you getting most out of, I guess, Bryce and his coaching?
So I had only 1 year with Dobby, but what I learned from Dobby was just like he was just always gritty. Like, he wanted us to become like and have like a powerful, like, just kind of offense that people were afraid of, and like Bryce has kind of incorporated that too, but also just his mentality with everything has been like he wanted us to define our offense. So like some of the things we said, we wanted to be gritty, we wanted to be feared, we wanted to be competitive, we wanted to be seen as like hard outs. So like just combining like the technical side and also just like the grittiness, I think is what's like really helped us.
She also talked about the speed on the base pass, and you mentioned RBIs. She said, we could get everybody on, we just couldn't get them in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you seeing that maybe translate from the box to the plates as well, where you guys are really looking at every opportunity to get in?
Yeah, I think just everyone's just finding ways to take the next base. So if it's taking an extra base when no one's paying attention, when just like different reads at the plate, but I just think like there's just a passion and there's a fiery energy that we get from our speed and stealing and advancing. So that's just kind of been a goal for us, and it's just really exciting seeing like our speed pay off and just seeing like everyone like 1 through 9, even like people off the bench just having incredible speed.
Has it changed Beth's approach with y'all at all? Is she a little bit more hands off because you guys are as successful as you are, or you're getting a lot of internal leadership? Like, has that changed at all?
I think it's just it's like we're almost doing like more is better. So it's like she's still incorporating and getting us and putting like not putting pressure on us, but just like giving us what we need to improve on. But then also just for us as athletes, like being able to follow people like Danieca who have been here. This is her 5th year here, and then just people from other programs. Like, we're just kind of using all of our knowledge, and like we all kind of just have a voice here. So it's really cool to see it all kind of put together.
More is better. I like it.
Looking forward to this top 10 matchup with UCLA.
Yes.
It's a serious game. Talk a little bit about that.
It's exciting. I'm excited because personally for me this will be my first game not on Tiger Park, so I'm just excited to see us travel, just see a different environment, just kind of test our strengths and our energies on the road. I have no doubt that we'll just bring the same energy just like we have in Tiger Park over to California, but it's going to be a great game. But yeah, I'm just excited. But at the end of the day, we're not focused on whether there's a number in front of the other team or even in front of our team. We're just ready to go play some good softball. So.